There was once a school in Johannesburg that went viral as the entire country witnessed these young gentlemen sing with pride at their school function. To some, it represented their dream of wanting to attend a privileged school. To many, questions were asked out of interest what it takes to have pupils sound so harmonious and so united. And to all of us, we probably wanted to go beyond the video to try and understand from the day-to-day interactions, what could they be doing that is so magical and so great that brought not just the school together, but that brought the nation to its knees, trying to figure out what was behind that roar of pride. Welcome to Project A. My name is Tshiamo Ramatlape and I'm leading the School Pride Project, where we're aimed at improving the school experience for the young average South African. Now, this is important because children in South Africa, well, young people in South Africa spend about 8 hours of their day for 12 years attending a school, and it's important that they are in a culture that is conducive for them to become the best people that they can be. We have 3 main goals here at this project. The first goal is school culture transformation, which basically looks at the structures and the organizational culture altogether of the school, trying to find ways in which we can improve it to get the best out of the learners, right? And the second goal of this project is the School Culture Grading Index. This is my favorite one because this is where we as young people in the country come together to define what we think makes a great school, right? This is where we're going to, anytime you think about an index, you're thinking about indicators of a specific goal. So we're going to find different indicators that we think define what a great school should have and what a great school culture should have, and this is what we're going to grade different schools across the country on. The third and final goal is to create cross-school relationships in the country, right? This is where we're bridging the gap between privileged schools and underprivileged schools, because it's important that we leave no child behind. It is important that if we're going to build social cohesion and if we're going to have some kind of nation building in the country, we need to make sure that young people have as many shared experiences as possible. And shared experiences can be created and better monitored on a school level. Now, there are many activities that unpack really what these 3 goals will do that will come later, but for now it's essential that you know that we are here to transform every school so that every child who goes to every school in South Africa can feel proud to be a pupil at that school.
I'm Tshiamo and I'm the Youth Entrepreneurship Empowerment Project Director. Used correctly, social media has the potential to be the best thing to ever happen to a business. But using social media for business purposes isn't as easy as it seems. A lot of hard work is required to use these social tools effectively. The project has 2 main objectives, which is to empower young entrepreneurs by amplifying and establishing a professional voice on all the relevant platforms, and to enhance access to business knowledge and expertise more rapidly. The project also has 3 MAEs, which are to introduce the young entrepreneurs to the business projects which are already present in society, and secondly, it is to promote the formation of business relationships between the young entrepreneurs. Lastly, to drive these young entrepreneurs to more convenient and efficient marketing platforms in order to improve consumer engagement.
Gender-based violence. A term that was only formally defined by the UN just 10 years ago, but a global pandemic that has pervaded our societies since the beginning of patriarchy several millennia ago. Rooted in gender inequality and misogyny, gender-based violence affects mostly women. South Africa is no stranger to the prevalence of GBV. In fact, it is deeply infested with it. Recording some of the highest GBV stats in the world, the highest rape rate, the 4th highest femicide rate, and the most dangerous country for solo female travelers. Just a few awards for our toxic associate. The racing heartbeat in the presence of a man is a very common experience for women in South Africa, and this fearful feeling is most certainly not baseless. The reality of being a woman in South Africa is, in my opinion, at the forefront of the most dangerous lived experiences. However, there is hope. Welcome to Project B, Dismantling GBV Culture, led by myself, Mabulitso Letswalo. This project aims to bring awareness to the notorious GBV culture in South Africa, but most importantly, to bring solutions in combating this widespread issue. We have 3 goals. Our first goal is to develop school-specific anti-GBV policies. Not only will this help to create a safety hub for students who may be potential victims, it will help instill intolerance towards GBV culture. Our second goal is to make changes within the justice system. We aim to shine the light on the flaws that exist within the system, not to ridicule or bring shame to any party, but to offer points of improvement. Our third goal is to make men an essential and central part of the conversation around GBV, and this will be centered around how men can do better. There are several planned activities that are going to help us achieve these goals, and while they all can't be extensively explored during this short intro, please do watch the space. The fight against GBV lies in the active participation of the entire nation, in shared dialogue, lawmaking, and in making activism an action. That is precisely Project B.
The wise learn, correct, and take responsibility. It is the fools that take pleasure in disastrous habits. We live in a world where our ignorance as humans has led us to believe that we are the most important living organisms on this planet. Now, truth be told, our natural environment falls on the highest level on the hierarchy of living organisms, from providing the air that we breathe to the plant soil that we need to plant our daily foods that we need for survival. Now, this is the very same environment that we take for granted, that we exploit and poison with all sorts of pollutants, the very same environment that we think we can live without, whereas it holds our very well-beings in its hands. Introducing Project C by yours truly, Robodile Tamaga. The main aim of Project C is building sustainable and environmentally friendly habits within the next generation and identifying and aiding in solutions that are going to help us combat negative climate action. Project C focuses on 3 main goals. The first goal is having cleanup drives twice a year that are going to be led by our youth in helping underprivileged communities keep clean, and this is going to be aided by the Metro. We are going to implement this by having fun competitions, advertising the cleanups, and having information sessions that are going to help us understand how and why our environment plays such a cruel role in our lives. The second main goal is having a climate action passivity index. This index is going to help us assess how schools and communities feel that their environment can be made cleaner and safer. And it's going to help us assess how the cleanup initiatives have helped South Africans change their view on litter and pollution. The third last goal is running school-based recycling competitions. These competitions are going to encourage positive climate action innovation. Events such as recycling workshops are going to be hosted and many more. This is going to help us realize that trash is only trash when thrown away, but it's useful and it's beautiful when a creative mind sees potential in it. The goals that I have mentioned are merely just the foundation of this project. Now they're going to be broken down and further explained so that we can build a beautiful Project C house. After all, we need to realize that Mother Earth can gladly live without us, but we need her resources and her natural environment to survive, to reproduce, and to live our fullest lives.